All right, trying to get this video done and try to stay on one subject. And here's the thing. It's actually a quote that I really like, and it's called the key to happiness. And again, this is just a paraphrase. I'll look it up after I'm done with this, and I'll put it on the end of this video. And it's the key to happiness is something to do, something to love, and something to look forward to. And I'm not sure if it's at the right order, but I'll talk about each one of those. And for me, it's I knew that the one thing, if there was something I didn't want to do, or I was in a position where I was I didn't enjoy what I was doing, then I would be looking at the clock all the time, and I knew that was my one barometer as to whether I liked something or whether I didn't like it. If 14 hours went by and I didn't think about what time it was, I knew that's where I should be. Whether it's playing music or editing or doing something interesting, drawing, I mean, all that stuff. It's like it just goes by, and it's such an enjoyable thing. So, but it comes down to work. It's if you don't love your work, it's not going to be easy. If you're doing it just for money, I would have to say that most people are like that, and it's not easy to go through life like that. I think it's a better life if you like what you do, and I saw the Clash, the band, the Clash, back in the early '80s, and I just remember that just being like, wow, how do I get involved in that? I didn't know how to do it, but I knew that if I just kept watching it, and then I discovered the Beatles, and I was really amazed by that stuff, and I just loved their music. And next thing I knew, even though I was a musician playing trombone actually, and I did jazz and classical and stuff, and rock and roll to me was always kind of in the background. I love music, I love rock and roll, but it could be anything. It could be big band jazz, or it could be an orchestra. It didn't matter to me. It was music is music. But I didn't know how to get into it. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. So that's something to do. And I think it came down to it is like using that second quote, which is something to love. And I just fell in love with music, and by falling in love with music, that led me to become a musician, which then my friends were in a band, and then next thing you knew, I was shooting their videos, and then I was like, wow, that's what an amplifier is, and that's what a guitar is. And the next thing you know, you're kind of like mixing your loves with your passion, with your, I don't know if you want to call it passion, but just things that you really like to whether you're into, like my one son is into animation now, and he's watching all the cool animation shows now, and getting into different types and styles, and the next thing you know, that'll lead into, he likes to draw, and that might lead into even some more stuff, and maybe get into graphic design. So the point being is if you love something, and if you're doing what you love, that's fantastic. But another love could be self-love. It's important that if you look in the mirror, that you like what you see, because that's what you got. I would call it the bag of bones. You didn't pick it, honestly. You got what you got. Your genetic thing is what your genetic thing. Your mother and dad got together, and that was it. And you are who you are, and it's best to love who you are, because at my age, I don't even recognize the guy in the mirror. He's not the person in my head. That's not the guy I see. But I like the guy enough inside to say, you know what, I'm okay with that. I'll just keep moving forward. This bag of bones, just keep moving through life, keep doing what I got to do. I still love the things that I love. It doesn't matter that I'm getting older. It doesn't matter that, things are changing that I don't really like, but you're not going to be 23 forever. You're not going to be 17 years old forever. You're always going to be moving. There might be moments. I remember 26 being a fantastic year. I'm like, that I look pretty good. Things are looking good. But these days, whatever, it doesn't matter. Looks, it's kind of what's inside. I mean, looks are going to fade. They're going to fade. And if you don't love what you see in the mirror now, and you're young, that's I think it's important to love yourself. And how do you do that? Find out the things that you think are cool. Find out the stuff that makes you different than somebody else. Embrace the things that were given to you. My daughter has crazy curly hair, like Lord, big giant mane of hair. Embrace it. You gotta love it. And I had a big old fro when I was a kid. I didn't love it, but you just got to roll with it, and don't let it affect you. Maybe put that over here. When this part is better, I play sports, or I like to play football, or, I'm good at this and I like to sing, or whatever, maybe just accentuate the positive, right? And just forget about the things that bug you. But so many people put the things that bug them right in front and get in the way, and causes them to, defeatist, and makes you feel lousy about yourself if you're not really looking in the mirror and saying, I like that person. So that's it. And hopefully you got somebody who loves you, and if that doesn't work, then get yourself a dog or cat or anything. My kid's got a lizard, whatever. Just enjoy loving something. Loving, maybe that love gets brought back to you, and hopefully. But and then the last one is something to look forward to. And for me, it was, what's that new concert? I'd get a ticket for it in 3 months in advance. The new U2 concerts coming around, Unforgettable Fire. I remember just being so excited about that, or just smaller bands or something. Just think about that. Holy crap! Next week is the concert. Oh my God! And you're just excited about it. It gets you through the week. I remember I used to love Fridays because that was the end of the work week. And I just loved the fact that I was free. I was free to do whatever I wanted to do, and get that 6-pack of beer and just start partying. And then what's Saturday going to be like? Oh man, and Saturday night, and then Sunday, and then you got to get back to work on Monday. But my life is topsy-turvy. Today we actually work on the weekends, and then my Mondays are the days I have off. But so I really look forward to Mondays. I look forward to hanging out and enjoying myself on Sunday night into Monday. So it's kind of a weird thing, but that's where my life is today. So those are the three things. I think Elvis's quote was a little different, but very similar. And I just love that. I love that. I love those quotes. I do believe it's a way to live. Look forward to things that you do. Look forward to your work if you can, or get into a job that you like doing. Hopefully somebody loves you, you love them. I did this video like 6 times, and it's weird. Once I got to the love part, I got into self-love, and I got into love for things that you do, or things that whatever around you, whatever. There's a love. Love is such a massive subject that I couldn't even finish the video. It went into like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and that's like kind of against my rules, but it sounds like I'm gonna have to do a bunch of videos on loving yourself, and I mean, how do you get somebody to love you? That's like a mystery, that is its own thing. But I do believe that if you do love yourself, then I think having somebody else love you is a little bit easier. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully this is the video. It's a little bit all over the place, and that's kind of me in general. But that's also I'm on a diet, and it's not fun. It's just fat. I'm in the I get to eat in a couple hours, so it's like it's kind of bugging me. It's like cognitively I can't function the way I normally function because you're just not having the energy and the nutrients you need, and that's not great. But I'm sticking with this particular diet because it's working, and but it just makes you a little bit tired, exhausted, and hard to put together this type of video. But that's where I am right now. That is the status. But it's losing weight, 5 pounds down, 10 pounds since I originally started about 3 weeks ago, and a lot healthier. So, all right, see ya.